Many people in their 60s and 70s quietly accept waking up at night to urinate, believing it is just part of getting older. But what if the real reason was not simply aging, but the very seeds you keep on your kitchen shelf? This small detail may be silently shaping how often you get up at night. Today, I'm going to show you 5 seeds that can actually calm your bladder and reduce nighttime trips to the bathroom, and 5 others that may irritate it and keep you awake. These are everyday foods, often eaten as snacks or sprinkled on meals that can make the difference between a restful night and one filled with constant interruptions. Think about it. You enjoy a light dinner. Maybe add a handful of seeds because you've always heard they are healthy. But a few hours later, you are out of bed, walking across the cold floor, frustrated that sleep has once again slipped away. By morning, you feel heavy tired and sometimes even anxious about whether this cycle will ever stop. The truth is, it does not have to continue. With the right choices, your nights can once again become peaceful. Before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching this video from, and what time is it right now? Leave a comment below. I can't wait to see your answers. And if you enjoy this video, hit that subscribe button. If not, just give it a like. It really helps this channel grow. Now, let's uncover the seeds that protect your sleep and the ones that quietly steal it away. Why? Nighttime urination increases after age 60. As we move past 60, many of us notice a subtle but frustrating change in our nights. What once felt like 6 or 7 hours of peaceful rest can suddenly turn into 2 or 3 restless awakenings, often with the same need to walk down the hall and use the bathroom. This pattern is not only tiring but quietly unsettling because sleep is no longer guaranteed and each morning can feel heavier than the one before. One key reason lies in a natural hormone called vasopressin. In our younger years, vasopressin helps the kidneys slow down urine production at night, giving the body time to rest. After 60, levels of this hormone decline, and the kidneys no longer shift into night mode as effectively. They continue filtering fluids as if it were daytime, which means more urine is produced during the hours when your body most needs stillness. Imagine the difference between a gentle faucet that slows at night versus one that keeps running. Your bladder simply fills more quickly and sleep is interrupted. The second factor is the bladder itself, which becomes more sensitive with age. When you were younger, the bladder could comfortably hold 12 to 16 ounces, roughly 400 to 500 milliliters, before sending a strong urge to the brain. After 60, the nerves lining the bladder often react earlier, sometimes at just 5 ounces, about 150 milliliters, barely half a glass of water. That means even a small amount feels urgent, waking you before your body is ready. This sensitivity is not a disease, but it can make nights more difficult, leaving you worried about falling in the dark or feeling embarrassed about constant interruptions. Diet also plays an important role in how your bladder behaves. Certain foods, especially seeds and nuts, can either soothe the bladder lining or quietly irritate it. Salty or acidic foods tend to make the bladder more reactive, while foods rich in magnesium or omega-3 can calm its muscles. For many older adults, a simple evening snack, whether a handful of salted peanuts or a spoonful of flax seeds, can mean the difference between a steady night's sleep or multiple bathroom trips. The challenge is not just what you eat, but also when you eat it, because timing can either reduce or intensify nighttime urgency. And here is the hopeful message. Small intentional changes can bring back peace to your nights. By understanding the way your hormones shift, recognizing that your bladder is more sensitive, and making thoughtful choices in your diet, you can regain some control. Seeds, in particular, hold surprising power. Some varieties can protect your bladder and help you rest more deeply, while others may work against you without you realizing it. So, as we move forward, let us take a closer look at these seeds. They are simple, familiar, and already part of most kitchens, yet they may hold the quiet key to turning broken nights into mornings filled with energy once again. 5 seeds. You should eat to reduce. Nighttime urination. As we grow older, the simple act of sleeping through the night can become more difficult than we ever imagined. Many seniors quietly accept getting up 2 or 3 times to urinate as if it were an unavoidable part of aging. But, in truth, small changes in diet can have a big impact. Seeds, which are often overlooked in our kitchens, may hold surprising benefits for bladder health and nighttime rest. By choosing the right ones, you can gently support your body, reduce those nightly trips to the bathroom, and regain mornings filled with more energy. Let us look at 5 seeds that can make a real difference. 1. Pumpkin seeds are more than just a seasonal snack. They are naturally rich in zinc, an essential mineral for healthy prostate function in men and bladder support for both men and women. As the prostate enlarges with age, it often presses on the bladder and increases the urge to urinate at night. Zinc helps calm this process and supports tissue repair, making the bladder less inflamed and less sensitive. Imagine John, a 68-year-old retiree in Ohio, who was waking twice each night despite drinking less water after dinner. When his doctor suggested adding a small handful of pumpkin seeds to his lunch, he was skeptical. Within 3 weeks, he noticed fewer interruptions in his sleep and a clearer mind in the morning. Pumpkin seeds can be sprinkled on oatmeal, blended into a smoothie, or eaten roasted without salt. For many older adults, this simple habit can feel like reclaiming a part of life that seemed lost. 2. Flax seeds are tiny but powerful. They are one of the richest plant sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation in the urinary tract. For women after menopause, flax seeds can also gently support hormone balance, easing symptoms that contribute to bladder sensitivity. Consider Anita, a 63-year-old grandmother in New Jersey. She often felt her sleep was broken not only by nighttime urination, but also by hot flashes and restlessness. Her daughter suggested adding ground flax seeds to her morning yogurt. Within a month, Anita noticed calmer nights, fewer bathroom trips, and even a lighter mood during the day. The key is to use ground flax seeds rather than whole, since the body absorbs nutrients more effectively that way. Just 1 to 2 tablespoons daily can make a noticeable difference. For older adults seeking a natural way to calm inflammation and regain balance, flax seeds are a gentle yet powerful choice. 3. Sesame seeds may be small, but they are packed with magnesium, a mineral that helps relax muscles throughout the body, including the bladder. When the bladder muscles are too tense, they send false signals that it is time to urinate even when the bladder is only partly filled. Magnesium helps reduce these unnecessary contractions, allowing you to rest longer. Take the example of Harold, a 71-year-old in Texas, who enjoyed sesame crackers in the evening without realizing their hidden benefit. When he began using sesame seeds in his cooking, sprinkled on steamed vegetables, or blended into tahini, he noticed his nighttime awakenings became less frequent. Magnesium also supports deeper, more restorative sleep by calming the nervous system. For seniors who often feel anxious about broken sleep, sesame seeds offer a double benefit: fewer urges to urinate and a calmer mind before bedtime. Simple, familiar, and easy to use, they can turn an ordinary meal into a small act of healing. 4. Sunflower seeds are a common snack, but their health benefits are often underestimated. They are rich in vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects delicate tissues in the kidneys and bladder from oxidative stress. Over time, these organs become more vulnerable, and oxidative damage can make them more sensitive, leading to increased nighttime urination. Evelyn, a 66-year-old in California, used to wake up 3 times a night. She began adding a quarter cup of unsalted sunflower seeds to her afternoon salad. Within a few weeks, her sleep became more consistent and she felt steadier on her feet in the mornings. The key is moderation. Sunflower seeds are calorie dense, so a small handful is enough. Choose unsalted varieties since too much sodium can actually increase thirst and worsen the problem. For seniors looking for a simple way to protect kidney health and enjoy a satisfying snack, sunflower seeds offer both comfort and healing. 5. Chia seeds are unique because they absorb water and form a gel-like texture in the stomach. This quality helps regulate hydration and reduces sudden pressure on the bladder. By holding water in the digestive tract, longer chia seeds prevent large volumes from rushing into the bladder at once, which often causes urgent nighttime signals. For Robert, a 70-year-old retired teacher in Florida, chia seeds became a small but meaningful change. He mixed them into his morning oatmeal, letting them soak and expand before eating. Within 2 weeks, he felt more in control of his bladder and slept 5 straight hours without interruption, something he had not experienced in years. Chia seeds are also a natural source of tryptophan, an amino acid that supports melatonin production and improves sleep quality. For seniors who long for a deeper, steadier rest, chia seeds provide both hydration balance and natural support for the body's sleep cycle. Each of these 5 seeds, pumpkin flax, sesame sunflower, and chia, offers unique benefits for the aging body. They calm inflammation, support hormone balance, protect delicate tissues, and even encourage deeper sleep. More importantly, they are familiar, affordable, and easy to add into meals you already enjoy. Nighttime urination may feel like an inevitable part of growing older, but with small intentional choices, you can reduce its impact and restore more peaceful nights. Sometimes, the path to better health is not a new medicine, but a handful of seeds already sitting in your pantry. 5 seeds you should avoid, especially in the evening. When we think about healthy snacks, seeds and nuts often come to mind first. They feel natural, full of protein, and good for the heart. Yet, for older adults struggling with nighttime urination, not every seed is a safe choice. Some varieties, especially when eaten in the evening, can irritate the bladder, add unnecessary salt, or quietly increase the risk of kidney problems. The result is more frequent awakenings, heavier mornings, and a growing sense of frustration. By understanding which seeds to limit, you can make small but powerful adjustments that give your body the rest it deserves. 1. Peanuts are one of the most common evening snacks, often roasted and salted to enhance flavor. But For many seniors, peanuts can become a hidden trigger for bladder irritation. Roasted peanuts are often coated with high amounts of sodium, which increases thirst and forces the kidneys to filter more fluid through the night. For those already struggling with sensitive bladders, this extra burden translates directly into more bathroom visits. Consider George, a 72-year-old retiree from Michigan. He loved his bowl of peanuts before watching late-night television. But when he replaced them with a small piece of fruit in the afternoon, his nightly awakenings dropped from three to just one. The message is not that peanuts are bad, but that timing and preparation matter. If you enjoy them, choose unsalted varieties and eat them earlier in the day, not in the evening. 2. Walnuts, often praised for brain health, can also have unexpected effects on nighttime rest. They contain natural tannins and even small amounts of caffeine compounds that stimulate the bladder and interfere with sleep. For older adults who are already more sensitive to stimulants, a handful of walnuts after dinner may quietly keep both the bladder and the brain more awake than they should be. Take the example of Mary, a 69-year-old grandmother in New Jersey. She believed walnuts were helping her memory, but her sleep grew worse, and she began waking at 2 a.m. night after night. Once she shifted her walnuts to lunchtime, she kept the brain-boosting benefits without the broken sleep. Walnuts are valuable, but they are better enjoyed earlier in the day when their energy-boosting qualities work with your body rather than against it. 3. Cashews are creamy, delicious, and often considered a healthier alternative to other snacks. Yet, they are high in oxalates compounds that increase the risk of kidney stones in susceptible people. For seniors whose kidneys may already be less efficient, oxalates can quietly add to nighttime discomfort. In addition, kidney stress often shows up as increased urgency at night. Robert, a 70-year-old from Arizona, learned this lesson when his doctor asked him to reduce cashews. He was eating them nightly, believing they were harmless. Within weeks of cutting them back, his kidney function stabilized and his nighttime bathroom trips dropped noticeably. Cashews can still be enjoyed in small amounts, but it is best to eat them in moderation and during the day. For anyone with a history of kidney stones, cashews at night are a risk worth avoiding. 4. Pistachios are colorful, tasty, and easy to overeat, especially when shared in a social setting or enjoyed as a quick snack before bed. But most pistachios on the market are heavily salted, which makes them problematic for bladder health. Excess salt causes the body to retain water during the day and then release it overnight, leading to heavier urine production when you most want rest. Susan, a 65-year-old in Florida, realized her healthy evening snack of pistachios was part of the reason she woke up twice every night. When she switched to a lighter afternoon snack of pistachios without added salt, her evenings became calmer and her mornings more refreshed. The lesson is simple. Pistachios are not the enemy, but salted pistachios at night can become a hidden thief of sleep. Choose unsalted and eat them earlier in the day. 5. Almonds, often celebrated for heart health and bone strength, can also become a problem if eaten late and in large amounts. Raw almonds contain oxalates just like cashews, and these compounds can irritate the bladder and increase the risk of stone formation. For many seniors, a handful of almonds at night feels harmless, yet it may explain why sleep is broken by sudden urges. David, a 67-year-old from California, had always carried almonds as his go-to snack. But When his doctor suggested moving them to the morning, he noticed his nighttime urination reduced within 2 weeks. Almonds are still a healthy choice, but the timing makes all the difference. Morning or midday is the best window, while evening consumption should be kept to a minimum. Each of these seeds, peanuts, walnuts, cashews, pistachios, and almonds, carries nutritional value, but also quiet risks for older adults seeking restful nights. They can irritate the bladder, add excess salt, or burden the kidneys at exactly the wrong time. The good news is that by shifting when and how you eat them, you do not have to give them up completely. Enjoy them in the morning or afternoon. Choose unsalted versions whenever possible and listen closely to how your body responds. Nighttime urination does not have to control your evenings or your mornings. With small changes in habits, such as limiting certain seeds after sunset, you can take back control over your rest. Think of it not as a restriction, but as a gentle way of respecting how your body changes with age. Peaceful nights are still possible, and sometimes the path to them begins not with medicine, but with the humble seeds you choose to enjoy at the right time of day. How to eat seeds. The right way for deeper sleep. One of the simplest yet most powerful adjustments you can make for calmer nights is paying attention to when you eat seeds. Your body digests and processes nutrients more efficiently during the day, so the best time to enjoy seeds is with breakfast or lunch. Eating them after 7 p.m., especially in large amounts, can place extra pressure on your bladder and disturb your sleep. Think of it like watering a garden. You want the water to settle in before nightfall, not overflow at midnight. The way seeds are prepared also matters more than most people realize. Raw seeds can be harder to digest for aging stomachs, sometimes leading to bloating or discomfort that lingers into the night. A simple practice, like soaking them in warm water, lightly roasting them without added salt, or grinding them into a fine powder, makes them gentler on the digestive system. Evelyn, a 70-year-old from Chicago, found that shifting from raw sunflower seeds to lightly roasted ones allowed her to enjoy the same flavor without the nighttime bloating she used to dread. Combining seeds with the right foods can also make a difference. Stirring flax seeds into a bowl of warm oatmeal, sprinkling sesame seeds on a midday salad, or adding chia seeds to a glass of warm milk in the afternoon provides balance and comfort. These pairings not only improve digestion, but also prevent seeds from overwhelming your system when eaten alone. Finally, remember that moderation is key. About 1 ounce or 28 grams each day is enough to provide the benefits without straining your body. By treating seeds as small helpers rather than large meals, you can unlock their calming effect and protect your nights from unnecessary awakenings. Other factors that influence nighttime urination. When it comes to managing nighttime urination, food choices like seeds play an important role, but they are not the only factor. Many older adults are surprised to learn that simple daily habits, things as ordinary as when you drink water, what you eat for dinner, or even how you position your body in bed, can either calm your bladder or keep it restless all night. These small details may not seem important at first glance, yet for someone in their 60s or 70s, they often make the difference between a broken night and a peaceful stretch of uninterrupted rest. The first and perhaps most overlooked factor is the timing of water intake. Staying hydrated is essential for overall health, but the body processes water differently depending on the time of day. Drinking most of your fluids between breakfast and mid-afternoon allows the kidneys to do their work when your metabolism is active. But if you continue drinking large amounts of water after 5 p.m., your bladder will almost certainly wake you. Think of it like setting a gentle rhythm for your body, plenty of hydration while the sun is high, then gradually tapering as evening arrives. For many seniors, this simple shift has turned restless nights into calmer ones without reducing overall water intake. Dinner also has more power over the bladder than most people realize. Heavy meals loaded with salt create thirst, which forces you to drink more water before bedtime. Soups, broths, or juicy fruits, such as watermelon and oranges, may seem light, yet they add hidden fluid to your system at the exact time your body needs less of it. Margaret, a 67-year-old from Dallas, learned this when her doctor suggested moving her evening watermelon to lunchtime. Within 2 weeks, her nightly bathroom visits dropped from 3 to 1, and she felt more energetic in the morning. A lighter dinner with fewer sauces, reduced salt, and no watery desserts gives your body the gift of rest instead of demanding more work while you sleep. Another overlooked factor is sleeping position. Many older adults lie flat on their back, which increases abdominal pressure on the bladder. Simply switching to the left side and placing a small pillow between the knees can ease this pressure and improve blood flow. This position also supports digestion, which prevents bloating and discomfort that often masquerade as bladder urgency. A 72-year-old man in Florida once said that this small adjustment felt like teaching my body a new trick, and within days, he was waking less often. Finally, lifestyle habits play a supportive role. Gentle evening walks encourage circulation and help reduce fluid buildup in the legs that otherwise shifts back toward the bladder when lying down. Stress management techniques such as deep breathing or light meditation reduce unnecessary nervous system signals that can trigger false urges, and avoiding stimulants like caffeine or alcohol in the evening prevents extra strain on both kidneys and bladder. Each habit on its own may seem small, but together they add up to meaningful change. Nighttime urination can feel like an unavoidable burden of aging, but the truth is more hopeful. By adjusting water timing, choosing lighter dinners, shifting your sleep posture, and supporting your body with calming routines, you can gently guide yourself toward deeper, more refreshing sleep. The power lies not in drastic measures, but in small, thoughtful changes that respect the way your body works today. As we come to the end of this journey, it is clear that seeds are more than simple snacks. They can be quiet companions for healthier nights, helping to calm the bladder, protect the kidneys, and support the body's natural rhythms of rest. But the secret lies not just in eating seeds, but in choosing the right ones at the right times and in the right amounts. A handful of pumpkin or flax seeds in the morning can soothe the body, while pistachios or salted peanuts at night may quietly steal your sleep. The difference is small in practice, but profound in its effect. The most important message I want to leave with you is this: nighttime urination is not your destiny. Many seniors accept it as an unavoidable part of growing older, but science and daily experience show otherwise. By making thoughtful adjustments, timing your water-eating lighter dinners, and selecting bladder-friendly seeds, you can reclaim the peace of uninterrupted sleep. Even small steps can restore confidence, reduce morning fatigue, and bring back the joy of waking up refreshed rather than drained. You have more control than you may believe, and that truth is worth holding on to. So here is my gentle invitation. Try these changes for just 3 days. Add calming seeds like pumpkin or chia earlier in the day, reduce the salty or bladder irritating ones in the evening, and pay attention to how your body responds. Notice your nights, observe your mornings, and see whether the difference feels real. Then share your results with us. Type the word hope in the comments, not only for yourself, but as a small gift of encouragement for others walking this same path. Your story may be the spark that helps someone else finally find rest. And now, as you prepare for tonight, I leave you with this blessing. May your nights be peaceful, your sleep deep, and your mornings full of energy and light. You have cared for others all your life. Now let these small choices be a way of caring for yourself. Because restful sleep is not a luxury, it is a right, and it is still within your reach.